welcome back. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have to do today. We have to add some inputs and yeah, and we also have this thing here that I have tested here, which goes very well with long only and strict mode, which is just going on when this happen. And I mean, there are not so much traits, but it's very nice. Let me show you. So here, if I comment this and I use this, we have very good results. In any case, we're going to put everything from here into we're going to have some inputs so that we can change the different settings without having to work so much. So it's like an RSI, but based on how many traits are lost or not when there are big movements, so that way you can know if you are going up or down, and that's it. That's what it is. Okay, 1 second. I want to move some windows around here and there, and we will see. Yeah, so okay, I've forgotten about saying that small PineScript outs are welcome in both of the chats, which is true because I'm bored. So so please, let's go. So I was saying that this code was very good, and I'm not sure if I have tested it or not. Here you are. This is only 59 traits from 2021, but look at that. But as you can see here, it's very good. Profit factor is 1.5. Max drawdown compared to net profit, it's quite good, and yeah, and this is quite nice. I think it can be improved, but we will see. And the problem is that we have few traits, but in order to take a look at all of this, we need more inputs, and that's what we want to do today. We want to have more inputs. I think we should be removing old inputs, old HTA inputs, although I'm not sure if we are going to do so. So right now there's things about close this, close that. It's not something that we want to modify. So yeah. So here we would have, I mean, this is a float, although it could be an integer because you actually save some numbers. So let's use some numbers here. So the new inputs. Oh wait a moment. Let me check. How the hell? Okay, so we have changed the size to 20. So that's something we can save here. So let me change this real quick. Yeah. Okay, so last one is this one here. Okay, let's save some data here, which is all of this, isn't it? So this is going to be hit by a stop size arrays are now set to 20. Nice. Now let's check the rest of it. So this is going to be long shorts HTA sum trigger. So this is going to be trigger when shorts HTA sum equals, and so the value it's going to be, so default it's going to be 0. It's going to be 0. That's it. Okay. This is going to be this value here. Okay, and then we will do the other one, which is going to be the short one, I guess. By the way, we should have it around here or something. What the hell was this? I mean, why do I have so you so let's put this on the very top. So here it is. Okay, so 6. This 6 is the same one, isn't it? So it's greater than 6. Yeah, that's something that we haven't found out what to put here. Okay, so this one is here, it's 0. Okay, and then what we want to do is the consent long. So this is long consensus minimum. This is going to be 1. HTA long inputs. Wait a minute. HTA long let's say that all of this is going to be trigger, and then we will see what we use. Long consensus minimum, it's going to be long consensus minimum. Short HTA trigger and long, oh my god, long consensus minimum trigger. Okay, and so this is one, and this one here we're going to put it here. Look at that. Then we've got the long short staff, which is nice, and then there's this HTA short, which we don't know how to put here. I think we can actually use this as, okay, let's use this as it is, and that's it. Okay, let's copy and paste. Let's try this. I mean, there was another place which was when you want to close the trade. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so if we reset everything, I mean, it should be worse because we are not in long only mode, but at least we will be able to test if the changes we have done here are good or not, or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what happened when you were not in strict mode. Okay, so here we have the strict mode thing, and that's perfect, I guess. And so this should be working. This should be working the other way around. But in practice it's not true. In any case, let's see what we can save from here. Let's add this thing here, which I don't know. Long HTA some inputs. Okay, so filter inputs. Okay, so let's put this one like this, which means that we have some inputs. Welcome back to the stream in YouTube. I see that we have 2 viewers, so it's you and myself. You can ask small PineScript doubts if you want. And let's see what the hell we do here. There was another input that we should be having here related to long, which is when you close stuff. And where the hell is this? Here? Yeah, look at that. Here we have this thing about how to close based on a setting that we don't have yet, and that's something that I want to fix right now. So let's try to fix it. So here we should have this thing here, which is long advice. So long close advice long trailering short consensus close advice. Close when trailering short consensus greater than. So default is going to be 3. And this is what we're going to use here. Wait. We're missing here 2 inputs at the same time because we are very good. So advice enable. What the hell is this? So this is by default set to true, and default it's going to be true, and this is true. Then you can have an int, which we have here. Okay, so the tooltip is HTA. Okay, this is because you want both of them in the same line. Do I want both of them in the same line? Trigger minimum. No, I don't. I mean, not yet, but you know. Okay, so this is an int which we are interested on. Okay, so this is going to be the minimum. Short consensus minimum to close. So trailering short consensus is minimum maximum. Minimum trailering short consensus to close. I'm not sure. I think I'm doing everything wrong here. This is the same thing as above. So this is the minimum consensus to close, which is 3. This should be set to 3. Okay. And then this Boolean thing is already right. Let me check. What the hell do we have here? So the long consensus minimum, we already have it. What the hell? Long consensus minimum. Yeah, I mean, I have changed the thing. Okay, so now that we have this minimum to close, which is an integer and it's 3, I am able to change this to 3, and this might not, you should not have this here, by the way, and this is the setting that we need to use here instead of true, so that we can turn this on or off. Okay, and this line here, which is the advice, we can put it higher in the code whenever the other one is put, which I guess it's going to be in the HTA strategy thing. So here's where's the long advice. You have it here. Okay. So I'm going to save these two changes here, and this is going to be number 2. So we've got these inputs, and here we have this one. We don't want to save the logic yet because we haven't, and this is something that we want to have here. So these are the inputs. So right now what's left to be saved here is this new logic, because I'm not sure what to do with the short one, and also this thing, because here you have what's the problem with this? It should have this overlay false instead of overlay true. It's true that I want to change this to U2, but I don't want to use overlay false, because yes, you can plot whatever, but I don't want to plot everything. Okay, so now let's try the script to see how it goes. It should work as well as before, and we might be able to play a bit with the settings to do some overfitting, but without using the code, just by using the settings, which is always nice. That's why you use inputs. But I actually need to remove some inputs, because I have more inputs, more code than what I actually need, and guess that one of these days this needs to work as expected. And this is going to go up till whatever, 50, 60, whatever price. I think it's going up, but you never know with Bitcoin if it's going to be true or not. Okay, so we have reset everything. Now we have this stupid thing. Now let's focus on long strict mode. Okay, we have these 59 traits. Let's forget about short traits, and now let's play with the settings. So let's see what are our new settings. So our new settings are here. So we've got the trigger, the minimum short consensus to close, which is also a nice thing to know. So if you have you have one. The trades will be closed earlier, so it's, I guess that you're going to have more stop losses, I mean more losses, because you don't give the price more breadth, and so that's what we are seeing here. You can see how it takes a load. Oh, look at that. With 2 is even better. I think I prefer this one. 62, 59. Yeah, look at that. Let me take a screenshot of this 2 thing. So that I can compare later on. So 3. So 4, with 4 we should have less trades, I guess, because you wait for the trading short to be bigger to close the trades. Look at that. Minimum. Why is this here and not the other way around? Wait a minute. Minimum to close 3. Is it because of this? These 2 are together somehow? I think so. Trigger. Minimum to close. Trigger. Minimum to close. Yeah, that's why they are in the same line. Let's remove this thing here. We will see later on which setting needs to be on the same line, because right now that's not what it need. This is not what it needs to happen. So not this and this, and now we can amend. Okay, so if I amend, yeah, now I'm going to have the inputs on the right place, because I'm going to be more I'm going to be better if I have the inputs in the right order. Go Bitcoin, go! Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so guess that we should be fine now. I mean, sorry about that again. Okay, so long only please in the strict mode, and now we can check settings related to close, which is what you have here. Okay, so we have already had 2 which had more trades and was better, although you know we want to check what happens with 4, 5 and so on. Although if you ask me what I want to do, I want to use Curie closing lines instead of this in order to close, but it's nice to test and see how the hell does this work in practice. to see if there's something that we should be aware or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, so apparently having 3 or not, it's not anything that okay. So now I'm going to use the Curie closing lines, but before doing that we need to turn this off, and I'm not sure. So the last commit adds this advice, but yeah, let's disable it so that we know that we have disabled it on purpose. So this one here is a false and false. Okay. No. Is this one here? Yeah. So we can say something like this thing here is set to false. Okay, so now let's go back here. Let's apply the new code. Yeah. Let's apply the new code. Okay. Oh, look at that. If we don't close anything, well, we have a problem because we always get to the stop loss. Okay, so reset setting so that we don't have that, and also we will be changing this to long. Oh, wait a moment. We have more trades. They are better. And I'm not sure what's happening here. In any case, let's go to long only, which is what we're supposed to be doing here, till we find out how short should be working. Okay. Okay. So now we have everything reset. It's long only, and now we're going to find out how to close stuff. And here you have the Curie closing lines, which I had these settings from later on. So you can see here how the source for these Curie closing lines is this thing here, and you've got the lowest MA length, the highest MA length, and then these Curie closing lines of 2025. I'm going to enable this and I'm going to show everything, and I don't remember very well how was this supposed to be working, and it's also useful. Being depending on what you use here, you can have more or less good trades. Okay, so now you can see how we've got the 56 trades, which are now only 54. So maybe Curie closing lines are doing something. However, I think that we are here and we are supposed to be wait a moment. We are here because we have a fucking square here, and we don't want a square. We don't want to plot this. We want to plot the curricles and lines. Where, I mean, if they are plot, they are not plot here, but there. Can we show whatever on the top? Okay, so this is the other one. Move to existing pane above. So the question is, okay, look at that. It's on the left one. So even if you had, yeah, because this is not overlay price. Let me fix this somehow. Okay, so the first thing we need to fix is the plot thing, which wait a minute, do we have any? Maybe by searching extra code and then taking a look around here, we should have here this is the two squares, which are nice, but right now we don't want them. So let's comment this for the moment. And at the very top we've got the overlay true, which is false, so let's put true here. Nice. Okay, so now why isn't this saved? Now we should be able to see something useful on our what the hell is this? On our new script. Okay, so I think we have the same settings as before, so long strict mode, and let's see what happens with the Curie closing lines. So now the Curie closing lines, we should be seeing the Curie closing lines, and right now I don't see anything. Okay, so somehow this is to the left. We don't want this to be to the left. Maybe we can pin scale to scale. Pin is to scale A. Okay, finally. So these are the Curie closing lines. I don't remember very well how were these supposed to be working. In any case, let's search a trait, which was a good trait. Let's see if we can manage to make this better. Maybe not. So you can see here how you've got this trait and it's closed here. So here we need a minimum, and then we close here. Let's see if I can find another place where this is more useful. Okay, here you have a very useful stuff, which is, what the hell is this? So here we have, I guess we have a minimum of 0.50 or something, and then everything goes right, but you could go up here. So curriculums in lines. Okay, so this minimum one here is related. Why is this closing here? I think this is related to the break-even setting. So curriculums in line is using the break-even setting for checking this. Okay, so I think we can change this to 2 or something like this. I'm not sure, maybe something like that. 3 and 2. Let's see if there is any difference. I mean, from here this should be 3%. Is there? I don't know. What? Okay. We have less rates. And okay, we have less rates because the break-even might be using in other stuff, maybe. I'm not sure about this. Okay, so we are managing to make this not work properly. Which are the 1%? So by default we had 1% 0.20. So we can maybe set this the first place. In any case, I'm not sure what's happening here. You know what I mean? Okay. Why this is closed? Because okay, so what happens if I say that this is 0.3? Does it change anything? Why would you close there if we don't have any setting for closing? The only set for closing is the curriculums in line, isn't it? 0.5. So I guess that one line is below the other, which it's not good or something. Although here this seemed to be quite nice. Okay, this one seems a bit better, but we have less rates. Maybe that's what we're looking for, but I'm not sure. We should have some good trades. Look at that. This one is 0.50 also. Okay. Yeah, so this is what happens here, that you only have 0.50 because the price is going down. This line is crossing, this price is crossing the upper Curie closing line, and that's why we are closing the so Curie closing line. Curie closing line for the longs could actually be, what the hell is this? This could be based, so the high MA could be based on this value, but on low, and maybe we can avoid this trade to be stopped here, although maybe that's what was supposed to be happening. Where's the low? Okay, low. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, we have some trades, but maybe not as good as they are usually. So maybe we should keep this one here. Okay, let's see. But the problem is, if this is set with 0, maybe with 1 you've got more chances for this to go up, thanks to the curricles and lines. So HTA, what happens if we say that the short HTA trigger is 1 instead of 0? By the way, I had minus equal before, but this one is the other ones which are not 0, so here we're not using 0, so I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Maybe we need to do minus 1. Yeah, look at that. This one works well. And this one does not work so well. Okay, what about this one? Somehow I think this is a good trade. Look at that. 5%, isn't it? Fucking 5%. That's what I'm looking for. But we should have more trades like this. So that it's better. Okay, let me change real quick. Even if it doesn't match, let's change this to minus or equal. We will see later on if we use this or not. But let's test this so that we have 2 and 1 at the same time, while we have the curricles in lines in place. You know what I mean? I think that Bitcoin price is going up somehow. Yeah, look at that. Hate these candles here. Okay, this is another thing. This is an RSI. Oh, look at this movement. There's quite force there. Okay, so now we have 0 or 1. We have more places where the curricles and lines could be working better. It doesn't seem to work as well as we could have thought. And so let me use let me do one thing. So let's suppose we want to have more traits. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say that the trigger is, which is minus or equal, now that we have changed it. So let's suppose this is a 6. Why? Because I say so. Let's suppose that this is a 6. Okay, and now let's play with curricles and lines, which is here. Look at this, all of these traits which are losing traits. So what about having this stupid thing that some people say 250, maybe with a close instead of whatever we use here. Let's see how it goes. Take a look at this. Do we have long? Yeah, we have strict mode. Let me check what the hell happens here. So we have the long curricles and lines 250. Okay, and look at that. I want to see this last trait, which is okay. It's probably okay, not this one, but here it is. This is the big candle that we would have here with this 200 stuff. So you open here and then you close here. So it's quite a nice trait. Although the problem is that it only happens here. I mean, also it's here. So from time to time you've got very good traits, but then you're losing a lot, which is concerning. And yeah, so you can maybe turn on again this thing about close when triggering short consensus greater than, although I'm not sure about that. I mean, it should be worse, isn't it? Okay, let me try one thing. So the short consensus is going to be 20, which means that you are never going to close. So it's going to be the same thing as what we have now. Yeah, this is the same thing we had before. So 400 traits. Let's see what happens with 18 of this. Okay, now we have more trades, and the results are not so good, but we have more trades. So when we reach a big number of short, it seems that we close more often, so it means we have more trades. So we are again in this thing about the offsets. So maybe it's a good thing to have more trades, you know, more strategies running at the same time, and that's it. Although here we have a lot of them and it's not so good. So I'm not sure we are managing to do anything here. Okay, so I don't see anything that makes sense in the meanwhile. By the way, each time we have more trades. Wait. Like this, 12. Each time we have more trades. We have more trades and it's worse. But we need to try this just in case there's a value like anything that somehow it's a good thing to do. So we've got this 5200 thing in order to close. Oh my god, more and more trades. What the hell is the 6? But in any case, it's not good advice to close with this value here. Although usually it should explain some of the values that we have here. So yeah. We already had 3, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. But we will see. We will check 4, 3, 2, 1. See what happens. Yeah. Too many trades which don't have good results. So at least we have Bitcoin that goes up, which is nice to have. Okay, so 2. I mean, I prefer having more trades so that I can confirm that this is going well, but you know, if it's not the case, then why do it? Okay, this seems not to help us in any way. The only thing that I see that we have some improvement is when Curie in line is using the 500. I mean 200 and where the hell is this? Curriculums in line. This 250 staff. Here we have very good results, but it's not always, and that's because we are in long only strict mode. However, if we are in reverse, we might be able to find some good results. Also, I'm not sure. What are the Curie? Okay, here there are the curriculums and lines. Okay, we have more trades. Oh, look at that! How many trades here while we go up? That's going to be interesting. Why would you have short trades there? And let's set this to 50 and see if the short trades help the long ones. Okay. Now I'm going to check the source code, and I want to modify this so that it's something different. Although I'm not sure how to do this. So this thing I think is the long shorts HTAs, this one here, but I mean, yeah, this is this one here, and main consensus greater than a minimum. Yeah, so it should be the other way around, isn't it? Okay, let's do it, and we will try to use this with the curriculums in lines and this, and see if we are laggy, because I don't think any of this is going to work, but you know, you never know. So when to close, we don't care. What we care is these two ones here. So this is going to be short trigger inputs. So the default is 6, but this works the other way around. So this is going to be shorts. Okay, and this one, it's going to be the consensus minimum 2, but the short consensus. So this is short consensus minimum trigger, like this, which we have said that this is a 6. Okay. So in theory, 6 should be this thing here. Then you would have the short consensus one. So like this, being greater than what we say here. Wait, long consensus minimum. Okay, this one here which is 6 also. Wait, so this is a 6, so the consensus minimum here is 1. So let's put 1 here, and then we will find out which are the best values. So here it is, and that's it. So this is how you see it. Okay, so let me test all of this and see how it goes. So now we are filtering short trades, short triggers with some values which might be good or not, and we are also filtering the long ones with some other values, and that's what we are using here. See, okay, look at that. This is what happens when you short. So we want to fix this. Okay, so let's try it. So HTA, so this is the trigger, which is greater than 6, or yeah, greater than 6, and this is the minimum trigger for closing the trade, which is based on long. Wait, so this is not well written, maybe, because this one here, wait, consensus minimum. Is this the same value? This is not right. So the trigger is this thing, which is 6. Okay, and then this thing needs to be 1 because we don't know what to put. So this was not okay. Nice that I have detected it. Okay. Now we are okay. Let's do one thing. Let's forget about the short trades and let's focus on the short. So we have short with short only mode, and what the hell are you? We are going to be able to change these values here. Oh, look at that. And also Curie closing lines. Order right now is 250. Okay, so Curie closing lines, Curie closing HTA thing. So the consensus minimum trigger, this is when you want to close. Minimum trigger. Why the name is short consensus minimum trigger. Oh, because this is not in order to close, which we are not using. This is in order to open. So in order to open, we need a minimum of this, which is the other way around, so that, yeah, so we need to turn this on so that we can see any difference. So we are supposed to have less traits, better results. We will see what happens, because I have no idea. What are we supposed to be doing here? Okay, I guess. Each time I think that it's better, but the drawing is not very pristine, so I'm not sure how it's going to look like. Look, now it's getting worse. Although I see that here I have less and less short traits, and that's a good thing, because you don't want to short here. I mean, you actually want to short when there's big movements, but you know. Okay, so if this is 7, maybe it's not going to trade. Short STA sub. Okay. What about 6, which is okay. Anyway, let's go to 8, which might be better than 7. I mean, we will have less and less traits, but at least if there are good traits, that's something that we... Okay, so apparently 7 is the right spot there. I have an idea. I'm not sure if we are having better results with this. What the hell is this? So if the minimum trigger is 11, which means the short consensus needs to be more than 11, then we've got good results. Let's try one more, but we're going to keep this on 11. Yeah, 13, 11. What the hell happens with this? Okay, let's set this here. So 13, so that we don't forget about this. And now let's change this trigger thing, which is greater than 6. Okay, so if we do even greater than 6, we're going to have less traits, which is not a good thing to have, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, we would have less stuff, isn't it? I mean, yeah, look at that. We have less. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Okay, so now we are going to screenshot 6, which we already had. So 20% was 24.63, and this one is 36. It makes sense because we have more traits. In any case, I want to screenshot what we are seeing right now on the screen. So let's do it. Here you are. Nice. So what happens with this 13? What happens if we try to change this setting here? This minimum sum to maybe we can just set this to 0 so that we can only use this, you know what I mean? Okay, 62 traits. That's even better because we have more traits. It's more or less the same percent profitable, and it's a bit more net profit. So far it's a good idea to keep going down, and maybe that's what you are supposed to be doing in Bitcoin. You should be filtering by this value here. Oh, look at that. This is not as good as before. Somehow when you don't manage to have a specific sum, some bad stuff begins to happen. So yeah, this is around 5, 4 or 5. Wait, the hell, what has happened here? $181 traits. Look at this. I mean, we have a lot of traits, and this is not bad. So maybe we should keep with this. I mean, I prefer to have more traits than few traits. Okay, this one is not so good, but if you tell me that the trigger needs to be 2, yeah, it's not very good. 3, 4. I mean, we don't have to somehow overfit Met. Oh, damn it. They have detected us that we are asking too much at the same time. Okay, so this is pretty good because you've got too few traits, yeah. So which one I had seen? Is this one with 2? Yes, here you have a lot of traits. Maybe we can manage to remove some of them thanks to this, and that way we might be able, yeah. Okay, look at that. This is what I'm talking about. But this reminds me a lot of what I was doing initially with, because we are almost not using, we are almost setting this to 0 if you take a look at it. Okay, so now we have, maybe we are asking to match or whatever. Once again, something seems to happen here. I mean, minimum trigger 17. It's a lot, I think. Yeah, so consensus. So the maximum is 23. Look at that. So we are coming back to less and less trades, as it happened with long trades in the very early beginning. But you know, I mean, not so much, not so many. So maybe 16 might be a good value, so that we have more or less of whatever. Yeah, okay, so we have 2 and 16. So we have 2 as a trigger and 16 as minimum here. We are also having this thing about you know, Curie equals in line thing, which is 250. So the lowest, I haven't tested close, which is supposed to be more similar to what you're supposed to be doing, but I don't know. Oh yeah, this source is when you are closing or not. I think it's not very important, but just take a look at it, just in case it is important. I mean, you should have worse results if we choose to change this. Oh, OHS in C4, OHS in C4. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now we have 2 and 6. Let's see what happens, and 133 6 trades. Let's see what happens now if we go onto reverse mode. I mean, in theory we should have better trades, because like here we should have this long trade, although I'm not sure what's going to happen now. Okay, so this long trade is not good enough, because these short trades are all over the place, so maybe we should have a what's the name, a script for short trades and another script for long trades, and that's it. And we forget about mixing both of them, because right now, I mean, I could set a strict mode for long, so that we don't have a short trade here, and that might be the thing that works better, but I really don't know. Sorry about that. So strict mode is not working very well. So the strict mode is supposed to be ignoring short trades. Wait a moment. We need to debug this. Why the strict mode? I already saw this. Unless the strict mode is only used when you are in long only or something like that. Why the hell is strict mode thing? Enable long strict strategy. Okay. Yeah, let's do it down here. Long strict strategy. Okay, so look at that. So if you don't have this turned on, then long close is affected by the short condition, which makes sense. And this is just the other way around. However, what I actually want to do is I want to use this also when on the strict strategy. So when you short, let me see, what the hell is this? When you decide to short, which is before all of this, I guess. So here's the thing about long condition and so on. Long condition. So we've got this long condition thing, which is used here. So what I want to do is when there's a short trade, you short trade. However, if there is a long trade, just trade it. So let me see. Let's bookmark this line here. And why the hell is this long close? Here it is. Enable long strict strategy thing. So actually it's, so you've got, I mean, it's not long condition. It's not a long condition. So what the hell it is? So I was about to close this because of the short condition. So what I actually want to do is the short condition to be false if long condition is still true. That long condition is a trigger. So I think that the way of hard coding this is something like so short. It's going to be short. It's going to be short and not inside a by order. Now let me find out how the hell is this called. Do we have still something like inside the by order? Yeah, look at that. So inside the by order. So this is the new line, which we might want a setting to have here. So if you are not inside an order, a by order, then you short. Otherwise, you keep your mouth closed because we don't want to listen to you. And that way, maybe we are able to say we want to short, but only when it's very sure that there needs to be a short trade. That's something that would need another input, you know what I mean? And that's very nice to have. Very nice thing to have. So now this is going to do some stuff here. And let's see what happens. Oh, I mean, it seems quite similar. Oh, look at that, we have short trades, but this seems quite similar to the long only, isn't it? To the long only we had before. Yeah, I mean, because I have put here the strict mode, isn't it? So that the short thing doesn't close my trades when they think there should be a short trade. However, there won't be a short now that I have removed, now that we have this thing. Look at this, we don't have any short trade here as before. We have some there, we have some short trade here which it's ignore or something like that, and then I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, this one closes here, and then we keep trying it again, and now we try again. So yeah, I mean, so you need a strict mode with this. So what's the difference? Okay, let me take a screenshot here. Please. So we have 357 trades. What's the difference between this and just having long only, where we have had some improvements? There's not much difference. Let's compare. So when you have this special mode, it's the same thing. However, when you allow short trades to go, we've got 300. We have more trades, and the drawdown is smaller. Then that's the thing that we wanted. We've got more results here. So I think we are onto something. You know what I mean? So this is strict mode with the long only thing. It's nice. Is this going to be... I don't think this makes sense, but let's try it. Why not? Now we will see how the short trades affect the long trades. I don't know. I see more or less the same thing, if I'm being honest with you. By the way, what about EMAS? Is it anything that might help us to have better results? I think this doesn't matter too much when you have a lot of trades. You know what I mean? Okay, close, close, and close. Okay, I mean, I have to compare, but there's nothing. I mean, you cannot beat this one here, apparently, with yeah. Okay, let's this is based on volume. Do we think it's going to be any different with those big movements? I think this should not be 50 if I think, because this is usually 5. This is usually something that it's not so big. And I think it should be working better that way. Okay. What about changing this with 55, which is also sometimes good stuff. Still want this to happen, so let's see how it goes. Okay, look at that. We have I mean, this is different. We have we don't have any short trades. Wait, why don't you have any short trades? Because you are trading too much, maybe. Now I'm very confused because thought that we had some trades with those last settings. Oh, damn it. So reverse reverse strict mode and whatever we have set there. Okay, now we can go back to the curriculums and lines and play with 50 instead of 200. Let's see how it goes. I mean, highest, this should be 5 instead of 50, but you know. Okay, so 5, yeah, 500. 500, it's not a good idea. Okay, let's see how it goes. We can also say 14, so that it's even more fast, you know. Fast the same A or whatever, but in that case we wouldn't manage to keep these great traits in place. Yeah, that's what's happening here. Now I didn't forget about this was based on volume. Okay, let's keep here 250, which apparently was a good idea. And once we have this, we're going to check what happens when there are not so good periods, and maybe we can do something about it, but I'm not sure. Okay, so what happens here? So 158. Okay, look at that. Let's find out. Let's find out what the hell is this higher time frame thing. I mean, I don't like this too much, but you know, this might be the thing that saves us. Let's see what happens here with this 250 stuff. The problem is that we are going to have less trades. Yeah, okay. We have less trades, we have less results. So if we don't enable this, let me screenshot. So we have very good results, a lot of trades, but I mean, you have to wait a lot of years till this pays off, and that's never a good thing to have. So 3 hours. Maybe we can use this to have like ISC trade, but not so much. I don't know. Some sort of risk management. So what about applying this to 1 hour, which is what happens here with this thing. I mean, oh, look at that. This was a good short trade, but then something happened. What about the usual 12 offset or whatever that I have here? Which is, please wait till you do the change. I don't know if it was 12 or 24, which was a good idea. Maybe it was 24. Don't remember a lot. Then I had some. It was 8. But yeah, I'm not sure which SMA we were using here in order to close or not. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Let's see with these settings here on so EMA also I want to use. Let's see if it's better somehow. Say like we have a lot of places where we trade. Maybe we have too many of them. Okay. Doesn't seem a lot. I mean, we have a lot of trades, but it's not very. Okay, what about this thing here? Hours. I think it might work better in 4 hours. Look at that. It's here, it's trying to go down. Maybe because it's the day change or whatever. Okay, so 3 hours. Oh, look at that. This is beginning to be better. And what about 4 hours? Is it any better? 4 hours instead of whatever we have chosen a minute ago. I think if this works, it's going to be an overfit. Oh my god, why the hell? Okay, let's try with what was this Alma, which is something from Freedom Boy. He used Alma, and it was a bit better, but you know. Look at that. I mean, maybe. So from time to time you've got good results, but then everything falls apart, like in 252, which is here. Oh, look at that. I mean, here it would be nice to close when you've got... Where the hell is this? Close when triggering thing is greater than... This is maybe 13, and this thing here. Otherwise we are losing all of this when it happens. What? Maybe with 6? Okay, this might be... Oh, by the way, we need to see if it's any better with 6, which seems so. Till here is nice, but then it's not so nice. So I'm not sure if we want so much of them. I wonder if I should just ignore everything, just count how many. Okay, so now we have more trays on something. Oh, look at that. It's becoming worse. In any case, this is like kind of overfitting, and I'm not sure it's a good idea to overfit. Yeah, this one is better. Not sure about this one. Yeah, I mean, I guess that right now we are not having any of the good trades we had because we were managing to what the hell is this? So here, as you can see, we are closing okay, let me check one thing here. I mean, we are using this SMA thing in order to close the stuff, but we could also use it to decide if we go short or long. So if the price is below it, then maybe I'm not sure how to do this. This is a very good short trade, but then I think I might just okay, so here price is above the line, so you don't short, although sometimes it's a good idea to short if the price is above it. Oh, look at that. This is usually this should not happen to obtain two trades at the same time. They should not happen. So if you are up, you long, and otherwise you're short somehow. Okay, let me see. I mean, but this is not what I wanted to do, but you know, we should probably okay, so the next video ideas are trade long when price is above the Curie closing lines with a minimum. There is a minimum short consensus Is that what we're using here to trade short consensus thing or not? Trade long, where it's long consensus. I think it's the other way around. Let me check with around here. It should be very obvious what we're looking for. Okay, so if we are here, long consensus, and this is a short consensus. Yeah. So long consensus is that you go down. So what I actually want to have below here is short consensus. When there's a minimum bear trailing short consensus. So trade long when price is above the Curie closing lines, and wait, and there's minimum trailing long consensus, and the other way around, which is trade short when price is below the Curie closing lines with a minimum difference, and there's a minimum bear trailing short consensus. Then forget about the consensus and check the number of stop losses. More often put everything into a matrix and KNN again. I don't want to KNN anymore. So the idea is that if you are yeah, I mean, I don't know, this one is perfect, but it's crossing the lines. The idea, maybe this one here, look at that. So you are trade short when the price is below the Curie closing lines, which is here. And what I also want to do is what the hell is this? So right now what we have is enforce higher time frame trend for hours, Alma 55, close something, and Alma 10, close something. I mean, I don't think we need this. We can manage thanks to these rules, which are very nice rules that everyone knows. If you are under, you only short, but now we're only going to short when there's a big movement to the upwards, like this one here. Here you short and then you win. That's what I think we need to do. Better turn it off. Yeah, so in that case, are we using HTA stuff if we do it like this? Because right now what we are using, and then also remove remove that lines that says that it's a good idea to only take care of long advice. That's it. Because right now we have, if we hit div here, we have some changes, but you know, there's this thing here. Okay, going to write it down. And then there's this plot here. Okay, so I think we are going to leave it here. I think it's a very good idea to short here as much as you can. Here probably this is a stop loss. So here, no, this is not a stop loss. Here there is a stop loss. Look at that. This one might be a good thing to do, but no, it goes up. So this is a stop loss. Maybe you could I don't know, how the hell do you describe this? Maybe you could filter somehow. So this trade here, you don't do anything because you are inside of the two, so you don't know what to do. And yes, this one here, those ones here are good ones, which probably are close here when you've got a short consensus here, you close. So trade long and then close when short consensus greater than the minimum. And the same thing should happen the other way around. So close when the long consensus greater than a minimum. Yeah. That way we have maybe, so like here we would have short somewhere with long trades or something. Short consensus. Yeah, maybe the only one here, but we need a minimum, so this one wouldn't have been here. So that's what we're going to do, and that's it. I mean, it's going to be another strategy thing, probably in a new ladder, and finally maybe we can make sense of the different consensus thing. Maybe that's what we are missing at. Get this Alma stuff. It's I mean, not the Alma, but wait, what the hell is this? Yeah, but in any case here, I don't know if we have any long long consensus. Yeah, wait, short consensus? Yeah, that's it. This one you close it with short consensus. See. Short. short. Yeah, this isn't a stop loss, so there doesn't seem to be anything that goes up. But in any case, take a look at this. This is a long trade, so you actually want to find something like this thing here and then short here, which would have been a good trade till, I don't know, till you find something that I don't know. Okay, so here are the ideas for the next video. So it's more or less more classic video that you're trying to be above some lines or whatever. Thanks to the curriculums in lines, these are. And let's take a look at the curriculums in lines. Let's write it down because I think they are quite good right now. But you know, so right now, Curie closing lines are SMA 200, OHLC 450, and then oh wait, oh man, and then we've got exactly the same thing, SMA 200, and the source is OHL64. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's what that's what we are going to do, and hopefully this is going to work better than what you are supposed to be doing sometimes, which is, if you are under this, it's always short. No, this is not short. It's only short when we've got the short consensus. Then you short here, and then when this happens, when the long consensus happen, which is a big candle to the downside, which it hasn't happened, then you so maybe, okay, let me try to find you. Yeah, so sometimes we won't be able to do anything here, but you know. Okay, we will end here the stream. Next video we will see if we are more lucky than any of this. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.